Charlton Park, perfect hangout place for all ages. Come and enjoy games like snooker, pool, table tennis and other indoor games. Charlton Pond serves a wide variety of delicious and fresh snacks made at all times. And while you're there, don't forget to have
बहुत रिलैक्स होके बैठ रहा हूँ भाई ऐसे सही है यार ये पकड़ ले मसल खत्म हो गया भाई
रख ले ना रख ले
जबरदस्त
ऑलरेडी तूने अभी नया फोन चेंज किया तो तू और तोड़ने
भाई MVP है इसका मुझे पता है कैश ड्रॉप ही नहीं हो रहा टेंशन क्या
यार पिछले सीजन में मेरा 3 रन से बेस्ट बैट्समैन भी रहा है MVP भी रहा है
3 रन से
क्या बात कर रहे हो
हां बाख्ता क्या नाम है उसके चिराग के मुझसे 4 रन ज्यादा है और MVP में उसके 4 पॉइंट ज्यादा है और 1 विकेट ज्यादा है तीनों मेरे अवार्ड कितने तुम्हें बचे
अबे तू गलत टीम में खेलता है अगर तू भी स्मार्ट चॉइस में होता तू ये सिचुएशन दिखते माजिद तू ये 25 रन आगे कर चुका होता और 4 विकेट आगे दे चुका होता
पूरे 4
नहीं इसलिए नहीं वो स्टैट्स को डॉक्टर करना बड़ी अच्छी तरह जानता है राइडर से सीखा हुआ होना रही है
लेकिन आप चौका पे तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते ना करेंगे हम
भाई तुम माजिद के लेवल को समझे ही नहीं वो चौका वाले परेशान हो जाते हैं बोलते
भाई
हैं
माजिद तो
और
पता है
माजिद
जेडी
प्रेसिडेंट
करता
बन गया ये प्राइवेट ईमेल्स भेजता है मनोज को कैन यू चेंज द कोड वेयरएवर नेम इक्वल्स टू माजिद दिस वी ऐड 100 पॉइंट्स
भाई ये जो कैमरा ऑन है आई डोंट नो व्हाट ही इज सेइंग नो कमेंट्स ऑन दिस
मास्टर
क्या हैंड दे रहा है यार
बॉल इज गुड मैन
ओ मुनीर कह रहा है आई कैन हियर ऑल दिस
क्या बात कर रहे हो मजाक कर रहे हो यार
हेल नो नहीं
कैसे हो सकता है
ब्रॉडकास्ट नहीं कर रहे
ब्रॉडकास्ट नहीं कर रहे कैसे लाइव जा रहे हैं
मुझे एक और जॉब के बंदे ने भी बोला
नो मैन फेसबुक लाइव कर देना फेसबुक लाइव पे मुनीर कह रहा है कि मुझे लाइव नजर आ रहा है आई कैन हियर यू गाइस इम्पॉसिबल यार ब्रॉडकास्ट तो नहीं हो रहा ना बॉस
वो सब भी नहीं हो रहा वो जब नंबर देंगे ना काउंट
कसम से
हो नहीं रहा लेकिन
नो
वहां पे कैमरे पे तो आ रहा है
नॉट ऑन टीवी वन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट यूट्यूब एंड Charlton Pond, a perfect hangout place for all ages. Come and enjoy games like snooker, pool, table tennis and other indoor games. Charlton Pond serves a wide variety of delicious and fresh snacks made at all times. And while you're there, don't forget to have the best sweet pond in town. Come visit with your friends located at 21 Hilltop. For more information, please call 713-774-0274 or visit Charlton Pond.
Hello, my name is Dino Marcasio, and I'm the president of Texas Tax Group. I'm a former auditor for the Texas Comptroller's Office. I spent 15 years there, as well as some time with Ernst & Young in their state tax department. About 10 years ago, 2007, I believed that Texas businesses needed a firm that specialized in Texas taxes. So if you're under a state tax audit or interested in learning how Texas taxes may apply to your business, please give us a call for a free consultation or visit our website. We thank you.
Creative Smiles and Kids Zone Dental, creating smiles for kids and adults cradle through college and beyond. We offer free exam and x-rays for new patients, free teeth whitening for life for all PPO patients, full-service family dentistry for all services available, sleep dentistry for kids and adults, this is for kids and adults, oral surgery and wisdom teeth extraction, smile designing and cosmetic dentistry. We take all insurances, specialized services for all in the family. Our doctors are pals with the kids and the staff is well trained to handle kids in a gentle and friendly manner. now serving the community at Katy, Missouri City, Richmond, and Houston with our 5 well-equipped locations. Creative Smiles and Kids Zone Dental. For appointments, call 281-499-3275. Visit us at kidzonedental.com.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम एंड वेलकम टू आवर एनर्जी प्रेजेंट्स HPL। आज हमारे साथ स्टूडियो में कुछ नए मेहमान मौजूद हैं जिनका हम तारुफ कराएंगे, लेकिन इससे पहले कि हम HPL में कुछ बातें करें, आई वांट टू टॉक अबाउट क्रिकेटिंग इवेंट दैट हैपेंड लास्ट वीक। जैसे कि आपको पता है, क्रिकेट इज़ अ ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट एंड वी ऑल लव इट एंड इट डजंट हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ नेशनल बाउंड्रीज, बट फॉर PSL फाइनल टू हैपन इन लाहौर पाकिस्तान वाज अ ग्रेट थिंग। जितने लोग वहाँ पे मौजूद थे, with the political climate and the difference of opinions जो भी है, उस सब के बावजूद if you put everything on pause, it was all about the 23,000 men, women and children who were at the ground, who were celebrating the sport. They were all happy, all smiles. उसके साथ साथ जो लाहौर कज़ाफ़ी स्टेडियम के ग्राउंड के आसपास के जो businesses हैं, the sacrifice they took to accommodate this final, and all the thousands of law enforcement officials who provided the security, made sure that this event happened without any incident, was a great achievement. And we all, all of us here, like I said, it doesn't know any boundaries, were, joyous to see that cricket returned to Pakistan, even though it was just one game, but it opened a lot of doors for many, many international events to come. So that was a great achievement, and I wanted to bring this in before we start our show. आइए अब शो का आगाज़ करते हैं। अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ आवर एनर्जी प्रेजेंट्स ह्यूस्टन प्रीमियर लीग। आज हमारे साथ कुछ मेहमान मौजूद हैं। Let me introduce a gentleman to my left, Majid Rizvi. He is the captain of Houston Sparks, and we met his team's owner Saki Bhai last week. Majid is also the newly elected president or newly selected president of Houston Cricket League. Majid, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
To his left, we have Sidesh Patare, a very well-known figure in Houston cricketing community. He is the captain of USA Gladiators. Welcome to the show, Sidesh. And then to his left is Ahmed Butt, a very dedicated, passionate cricketer. All he knows in life is work, cricket, work. So Ahmed is not the captain of Houston Lions, but he's more than the captain. He's the guy behind the scenes, and he makes sure that everything is on time, every player is there. So welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Let me start with Majid. Majid, you just became the HCL president. You've been part of Houston Cricket League for many, many years. मैंने ये notice किया है कि जब ह्यूस्टन क्रिकेट लीग का 40 ओवर लीग चलती है, T20 लीग चलती है, इट्स काइंड ऑफ बिकम बोरिंग। लोग जाते हैं, खेलते आ जाते हैं, इट्स नॉट द सेम इमोशन, सेम सेंटिमेंट और सेम पैशन नहीं होता। बट वेन एवर टूर्नामेंट्स लाइक HPL और एनीथिंग एल्स कम्स, लोग कुछ ज़्यादा जज्बे से खेलते हैं। अ लॉट ऑफ following is there and a lot of players are playing with a lot of passion. Why is that? I mean, do you think it's because, cricket is the same, it's played in the same by the same players, same venue, but why is there a difference between the two?
I think it's a lot to do with the excitement and at the same time competition. I mean, we're all sports figure और हम लोग चाहते हैं कि अच्छा क्रिकेट खेलें। जो भी स्पोर्ट्स खेलते हैं, हम क्रिकेट खेलते हैं, we like to play competitive cricket. उसकी वजह से जब हम रेगुलर अपने 40 ओवर्स और 20 ओवर्स खेलते हैं, इट्स गुड क्रिकेट, लेकिन यू प्लेइंग विद द सेम प्लेयर्स, यू प्रीटी मच प्लेइंग अगेंस्ट द सेम प्लेयर्स, तो आपको वो मसाला नहीं मिलता. You have the same thing going on every week after week after week, which is good as a continuous practice and improving your game. लेकिन tournaments like HPL and other tournaments that we conduct in Houston, that brings a lot of diversity. उसमें हम players जो हैं, we have local players. जैसे HPL में the format that you guys have was really good कि you can add up to 4 outside players in your roster, which brings the game level to a different, more like the competition level to a different level. So you have people coming from Canada, people coming from different parts of the US, people coming from the Caribbeans, West Indies, South Africa, different parts coming and playing. So a bowler who's bowling against a batsman on a regular Sunday, and he gets to bowl against a batsman like Sunny Sohal, who used to play for IPL, it brings a totally different game out. So मेरे ख्याल से I think these tournaments are definitely improving the standard of cricket. At the same time, it's creating more interest among cricket lovers and non-involved people in the cricket community to get more involved.
And that's a good point. And before I come to my next question, I want to remind my viewers, if you want to call into the show and talk to any of our guests, please, the number is on your screen, 1-855-886-6387, extension 4. Majid, so do you think, because of what you said, we should just scrap F40 and T20 and just do tournaments? Because it's all about competition, which you said, and it's all about the passion which is there, and people enjoy more, and you also get to play with outside player बाहर से जैसे सनी सोहाल है, जसकरण है, और रस्टी थेरॉन जो साउथ अफ्रीका खेले हुए, नवीन स्टुअर्ट, शॉन फिनले वेस्ट इंडीज़ से, तो इतने सारे प्लेयर जो बाहर से आते हैं, सो लोकल प्लेयर्स उनको काफ़ी एक्सपोजर मिलता है. सो डू यू थिंक वी शुड पुट मोर ऑफ आवर फोकस एंड एफर्ट टुवर्ड्स holding these tournaments and less of our effort towards the same boring standard of cricket जो होती रहती है? I mean, or you can put some measures in where you can improve the 40 over leagues and improve the T20 leagues. So what is your take on that?
I think the tournaments जो अभी चल रहे हैं, I think definitely I would echo your point कि we should put more effort into those tournaments. Make it more into a brand name कि हम और ऐसे tournaments कराएं throughout the year, so more of these people come to our city and play against our local players. But at the same time, I'll go back to the example, if a team like Pakistan or India are playing a tri-series or a series out of their country, it doesn't mean they don't focus on their domestic cricket. So the way I see it is, from my perspective, the Sunday cricket that we have is more of your daily cricket, your cricket, that your domestic cricket that you're playing, you're putting that into a system where these players are coming out and playing every Sunday. Because keep in mind, I mean, majority of the people, they have full-time jobs, so they play Sunday through Sunday. They might practice maybe once a week or twice a week, but generally they play Sunday through Sunday. These tournaments, they happen every other month, maybe once every quarter, or so on from there. But the structure for the T20 and the T40 should always be there. Just we should add a little bit more spice to that structure and bring more competitive cricket.
Right, and to add to that point, and those are good points, to add to what Majid said, I think what Houston lacks is a night cricket facility, a ground जहाँ पे लाइटें मौजूद हों ताकि pretty much every night becomes available for hosting and holding these tournaments. So inshallah, maybe in the coming future, with Majid being the president, we can put some effort and do that.
Definitely.
Coming back to Siddesh, you're 4-0 in this tournament. The round robin league is over. You're leading the table and you're getting ready for playoffs. So did you ever imagine before the tournament started that you'll be 4-0 or perhaps 5-0 and going into the playoffs as number one seed?
The team which we had, if you've seen, it's like cream of two clubs, and the team chemistry was a big part in it. So I can't say 4-0, 5-0 if I was expecting, but I was surely expecting to be in the top two teams when we started, because of the gelling factor which we had between the team. We have like local guys who play in and out every Sunday throughout the year, and that was our benchmark to make a strong local team, and then add the players like Sushil and Japan to basically mentor us and just take us through.
आपकी टीम में बहुत सारे बाहर से भी players आते हैं, but talk about Sushil. Sushil's presence, how much of an impact that makes with Sushil in the middle, not only as a player, but he also mentioned that he also plays a role of a coach. So how much?
So Sushil, like I've played with him for 3 years when I was playing for Triggers, and Sushil is kind of a personality where I don't think anyone in Houston or in US can doubt his capabilities or judgment. So that plays a big role, having a factor like Sushil in our team. So he's not just our mentor, but he pitches in his points during the games, before the games, team composition and things like that. And his batting, you guys, the scores are saying
Exactly.
what is that.
We have a live caller, so let's take that call. Hello, caller, you're on air.
Hi, this is Sam.
Hey,
from Houston.
hey Sam,
I have a couple of questions.
go for it.
Hi, fine with you.
बताएं आपके क्या
Yeah.
सवाल है? What's the question?
Yeah, सवाल है, this is the first time you playing HPL or have you played before?
ये तीसरा HPL है. This is the third edition.
So can you see it online or anywhere?
You can watch it online जहाँ पे YouTube के चैनल पे जहाँ पे आप ये live broadcast देख रहे हैं, इसी चैनल पे you can watch HPL live this coming Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, I can see all games online?
Only one game online, because अगर simultaneous games हो रही होती हैं, so we can only broadcast one main game at a time.
Uh-huh. So have you played before HPL or this is the first time ever?
This is the third edition of HPL. We had first two HPLs 3 years ago, and then we took a pause, and this is our third edition of the tournament.
So, can I know who was the winner of the first and second one, please?
I'm sorry?
The winners.
Overview.
Oh,
Who was the winner of the first HPL
winner.
and second one?
So the winner of the first HPL was Houston Texans, and the winner of the second edition was Houston Stallions. So thank you for calling. We appreciate your call. Let's move on to our third guest, Ahmed Butt. Ahmed, how much time do you spend in playing cricket outside of your job? Because एक normal बंदा होता है जो जॉब करता है उसके बाद घर जाता है थोड़ा टाइम फैमिली के साथ गुजारता है ग्रोसरी करने भी चले जाता है कभी कभी बीवी से पूछ लेता है इन यूर मैरिड आई नो दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग बीवी से पूछ लेता है कि इफ यू वांट टू गो आउट फॉर डिनर और मूवी और कॉफी बट how much time do you spend actually doing that versus playing cricket outside of your working hours?
I mean, cricket obviously is part of my life. That's just keeps me going. It's also a motivation to be fit. To stay in shape. And then obviously, I'm a married person with 2 kids. I do take my family out. I spend time with them too. There's a balance there as well. But I mean, I think my passion for cricket it speaks way louder. Practice-wise, I maybe do twice a week. I go practice. But I guess again, I work more on fitness. My goal is to be at gym for at least five days, minimum of that. And then if we play Saturday or Sunday, then also I count that as fitness too. But I mean, that's cricket. We're playing on Saturdays or Sundays. But I try to keep a balance.
That's good. Balance is important. Now, I've known you to travel all over US to play cricket. You go to US Open, you've gone to Unity Cup, you've gone to Detroit to play cricket, and Dallas also. फर्क है in the standard of cricket जैसे कि मैंने हमेशा सुना है कि Dallas, and I asked this question the other show too, कि Dallas में talent ज़्यादा ऐसा लगता है because competition is more at a higher level compared to Houston. And then in the previous, not this year, but in the previous Central West tournaments and all of that, we've seen Dallas comes out and basically wins it out. Is there a difference in the standard of cricket and the talent present in Dallas and other cities versus Houston?
Absolutely. It's a bigger league. You have bigger pool of players, coming and playing. Again, and also their premier division is designed such a way that unki quality of cricket is there. Also, I have seen in the past normally they have more players playing US versus in Houston. Maybe the structure, we lack the structure here because we're happy to have Sunday league, 40 over game and 20 over game and just mere basic league, and then that's about it. With those events, when you're at like HPL and other tournaments, that might bring in the more players in and bring the competition out, like Majid said earlier. And I think with the new management and also with HPL helping, I think the level of cricket will improve in Houston. Again, with all those new academies, जो भी यार बना रहे हैं लोग जो कर रहे हैं काफी work हो रहा है उसमें भी तो eventually I think we'll get there compared to Dallas. And then we're talking about the cities, US Open, Florida mein hota hai, yes, competition level is obviously very high. You're playing your best 11, and if you're traveling from another part of the city, you're bringing your best 11 to play that tournament. And then Detroit may obviously is India versus Pakistan, so best of Pakistan from entire US. Sometimes international players also come and then be part of that team, and then they play the quality cricket there.
Okay, that's good. So, by the way, I want to tell all our viewers that Ahmed Butt, congratulations, he was selected in the list of 30 probables जो ICC के announce हुए थे. ICC is doing a camp the week of the 18th of March यहाँ पे Musa Stadium में, and उस camp में जो top talent of US is attending, and 30 probables were named, and Ahmed Butt was named as one of the probables. So congratulations.
Thank you.
We wish you all the luck,
Thank
and
you.
hopefully you get shortlisted in the next round
Inshallah.
of.
Thank you.
So, Siddesh, let me come back to you. Now you've played under Kuldeep. Well, let's take a break. We're actually right at this, so we'll come back after the break and get to that question.
Chart and Pond, a perfect hangout place for all ages. Come and enjoy games like snooker, pool, table tennis, and other indoor games. Chart and Pond serves a wide variety of delicious and fresh snacks made at all times. And while you're there, don't forget to have the best sweet pond in town. Come visit with your friends, located at 6121 Hilltop. For more information, please call 713-774-0274 or visit Jordan Pond.
Hello, my name is Dino Marcasio, and I'm the president of Texas Tax Group. I'm a former auditor for the Texas Comptroller's Office. I spent 15 years there, as well as some time with Ernst & Young in their state tax department. About 10 years ago, beginning of 2007, I believed that Texas businesses needed a firm that specialized in Texas taxes. So if you're under a state tax audit, are interested in learning how Texas tax may apply to your business, please give us a call for a free consultation or visit our website. We thank you.
Creative Smiles and Kids Zone Dental, creating beautiful smiles for kids and adults cradle through college and beyond. We offer free exam and x-rays for new patients, free teeth whitening for life for all PPO patients, full-service family dentistry for all services available, sleep dentistry for kids and adults, braces for kids and adults, oral surgery and wisdom teeth extraction, smile designing, and cosmetic dentistry. We take all insurances, specialized services for all in the family. Our doctors are pals with the kids, and the staff is well trained to handle kids in a gentle and friendly manner. Now serving the community at Katy, Missouri City, Richmond, and Houston with our 5 well-equipped locations. Creative Smiles and Kids Zone Dental. For appointments, call 281-499-3275. Visit us at kidzonedental.com or HoustonCreativeSmiles.com.
Iced and Frosted, specializing in wedding cakes, birthday cakes, and other custom treats. We have a variety of delicious custom
Chart and Pond, a perfect for all ages. Come and enjoy games like snooker, pool, table tennis, and other indoor games. Chart and Pond serves a wide variety of delicious and fresh snacks made at all times. And while you're there, don't forget to have the best sweet pond in town. Come visit with your friends, located at 6121 Hilltop. For more information, please call 713-774-0274 or visit Jordan Pond.
Hello, my name is Dino Marcasio, and I'm the president of Texas Tax Group.
वेलकम बैक टू आवर एनर्जी प्रेजेंट्स ह्यूस्टन प्रीमियर लीग अगेन आप अगर आपको स्टूडियो में कॉल करने का नंबर है 855-886-6387 एक्सटेंशन 4 आप कॉल करके किसी भी गेस्ट से बात कर सकते हैं ह्यूस्टन प्रीमियर लीग के बारे में इस वक्त सेकेंड वीक ऑफ ह्यूस्टन प्रीमियर लीग इज़ इन द बुक्स, राउंड रॉबिन फेज इज़ ओवर. एक नज़र देखते हैं हमारी स्टैंडिंग्स और टेबल पे. इस वक्त यूएसए ग्लैडिएटर्स 4 गेम जीते हैं, 1 रेन आउट हुआ और उनके इस वक्त पॉइंट्स हैं 9 पॉइंट्स. देर लीडिंग द टेबल एज नंबर 1 सीड. उसके बाद हैं ह्यूस्टन लायंस जिनके इस वक्त 7 पॉइंट्स हैं, 3 मैच जीते हैं, 1 मैच हारे और 1 रन आउट हुआ. और तीसरे नंबर पे हैं ह्यूस्टन स्पार्क्स जिसके ऑल्सो 7 पॉइंट्स हैं, 3 मैच जीते हैं, 1 हारे और 1 रन आउट हुआ है. और चौथे नंबर पे हैं रॉयल्स. और यही 4 टीमें जो हैं ये प्लेऑफ्स खेलेंगी इस सैटरडे संडे, विद सैटरडे मॉर्निंग ह्यूस्टन लायंस प्लेइंग अगेंस्ट यूएसए ग्लैडिएटर्स और ह्यूस्टन स्पार्क्स प्लेइंग अगेंस्ट ह्यूस्टन रॉयल्स. सो ब्रेक पे जाने से पहले मैं सिद्धेश से पूछा, सिद्धेश, यू प्लेड अगेंस्ट सम ऑफ द लीडर्स ऑफ ह्यूस्टन क्रिकेट लीग हु won a lot of championships, who've known to be winners, like Kuldeep is one of the ones. You played under his captaincy. You've played under Sushil Natkirni. I'm going to put you in a kind of a quick rapid fire mode. Who's the better captain, Kuldeep Patel or Sushil Natkirni?
It's like selecting between Dhoni and Saurav Ganguly. Both were greats in their own eras.
Who did you enjoy playing under most? Because there has to be one. I'm trying to get one. Who's the better captain?
I can't pick that.
They're not watching the show. Who's the better player?
It's better player? Sushil Natkirni.
Sushil Natkirni. Yes. And who's the better strategist? क्रिकेट की गेम को जो एक कप्तान जो अंदर जाके रीड करता है कि यार बेस सिचुएशन.
Kuldeep Patel.
And rightfully so, because Kuldeep Patel was actually the winning captain of the previous 2 Houston Premier Leagues, जिसमें वो टेक्सन्स के भी कैप्टन थे जब वो जीती थी पहले साल और स्टैलियंस के भी कैप्टन थे जब वो जीती थी सब. So Siddesh, and you have a team of players that you've played with in, prior to HPL triggers maybe or ye wo, and your chemistry has been really good. Now, is there something you talk about in your team meetings and huddles that how you want to approach the game? Because I asked this to Sushil, from the outside looking in, it looks like a very structured and organized team. What is the secret sauce or secret recipe for this?
The secret is, I think, I'm not comparing it to other teams, but I think the 18 we have are like disciplined Houston cricketers. They like 10 or 11 of those are like 19-20 का फर्क है when you compare it to the cream of Houston cricket. Like they might not be as exposed or they might not have that much exposure as the other like big names have in Houston cricket, but talent wise or discipline wise they are not less. So when we made the team and when we had the kickoff, we told everyone that everyone like someone like a Keyur Patel or Prashant Manne or even Srinivas Koneti, all these guys are cream of Houston cricket. They've represented Houston at different levels. So they might not have got the exposures of going out and playing in Florida or Chicago or things like that, but they're disciplined cricketers, and that's what we bank on, and that's where the chemistry strikes, because discipline plays a big role in our gladiators. So,
coming back to Majid, your team is playing against Houston Royals, and Houston Royals, even though on paper looks a very strong team, उनके पास Jaskaran है, and who's the highest scorer at the moment in Houston Premier League in batting. उसके बाद Rusty Theron है और Naveen Stewart है. Now you play for Smart Choice in your regular season. You play on turf a lot, and then you play on cement a lot, concrete. Is there a difference? Do you have a preference if this game were to happen on turf? I think we got them. Or if they, obviously as a confident captain, you'll say I got them wherever we play. But is there a preference that you have that अगर ये turf पे हो तो हम उनको पकड़ सकते हैं because we have this home advantage and turf is different to bat, ball, field.
Sure. It's not just your team, but just generally because we have been playing in turf, on turf actually for the past almost over 2 years now. So the team is basically more confident playing on turf. We know how the pitch is. We know the bounce. We pretty much know exactly what to do in what situation. Generally, we play probably over 12 to 13 games पूरे साल में उस ground पे खेलते हैं, but it's been compared to other teams who play maybe 2 or 3 games on the ground. So of course for us, we prefer to play on turf because we have an advantage. Just on our side, it doesn't matter किसके against खेल रहे हैं. Just for us is our players know where to ball, where to pitch the ball, जब ball आ रही है, how to bat, which situation, which the part of the ground makes a huge difference.
Coming back to Houston Cricket League, you just took over the post. Obviously, you have your new set of challenges and goals जो you probably must have thought about कि मुझे at least during my tenure I want to accomplish these things. Is there one or two priority things that top one, top three things that you want to focus on moving forward? कि before I leave this position I want to make sure कि ये 2-3 चीज़ें अगर सही कर दूँ या हो जाएं,
Sure.
तो I think it's going to take Houston Cricket League to newer heights.
Number one जो चीज़ है जो in my books is of course the discipline and the commitment. I think that goes back to our umpiring structure. So that's probably my priority is to go back and fix our umpiring structure. Usually मैं कहता हूँ if it's not broken there's no need to be fixed, but in this case it is broken. We've already met with the umpiring committee, the union, and we're seeing how we can restructure. We're getting some certifications on the way. My plan is initially to start with having those umpires who umpire in the Division 1 games, give them those certifications so they're more confident. And then down the road, maybe having 2 umpires in the Division 1 games. So to have those 8 teams, basically 4 matches going on in Division 1, which is our premier division, Division 1. Target मेरा ये है कि उसमें we should at least have 2 umpires per game. The batting team should not be sending a leg umpire. Just make it more professional, more disciplined. That was my priority. उसके अलावा secondly जो है, of course, like I said, going following up into competition is having more of these tournaments. जैसे आप HPL कर रहे हैं, Punch has been part of HCL. They're doing a fantastic job. जितने tournaments हम करा सकते हैं, that's what my target is. क्योंकि इन tournaments के through हमारे जो local players हैं, just like Siddhesh mentioned earlier, a lot of players don't get chance to go play in Florida or Detroit or Chicago or wherever. लेकिन through these tournaments जब हम इन players को लेकर आते हैं अपनी city में, right, just like Nevin Stewart, Just Karan, Roy Silva, Rusty, all these players जब ये आते हैं सनी सोहाल यहाँ खेलने के लिए, it makes a huge difference. क्योंकि हमारे जो वो local players हैं, right, they get a huge exposure to play against them. तो मेरा target ये है कि वो competition हम लाएं through these tournaments, try to have these tournaments multiple times a year, so these local players जिनको opportunity बाहर नहीं मिलती खेलने को, at least they get the exposure at home to increase the standard.
Also from a infrastructure perspective, maybe having another ground जहाँ पे turf की facility. Like,
sure.
What about, I mean, and it's not about any particular balls, but what about the standard of the balls that we currently use? Do you think it's up to par? Maybe we should play with kookaburras, which is more expensive.
Sure.
Because you are on this, goal to improve the cricket standard, and ball plays an important role. Because it should be an even contest between bat and ball, and right now it's just, especially अगर आप cement concrete पे खेलते हो, it's all like a batting pitch. But at least ball should help to some extent. And the quality
Sure.
of balls is kind of, the jury is still out. Some say it's good, some say it's bad. And I don't want to comment on that, but it feels like maybe we should also look into that aspect as well.
Definitely. और we have approached a few vendors, because right now we only have one vendor जो हमें provide कर रहा है. Again, HCL is not into the ball business कि हम जाते हैं और balls आते हैं, but what we do is we go out and we ask the vendors भाई कौन आना चाह रहा है with their product, or as long as 4 of the clubs can approve कि हाँ these balls are good enough for us to use the season, we have no issues adding 2 or 3. Right now we have one vendor, and again जैसे मैं कहता हूँ, of course, standard can get better अगर
Yes.
better balls आए हैं, लेकिन फिलहाल we have one. We're looking forward talking to maybe 2 other vendors out there. I'm not going to name them, but we're working with them and see अगर उनकी हम balls लेकर आए तो we can increase the standard up there. But going back to मेरा जो third point था, जो मेरे उसमें agenda में है to do it, is adding a ground, and adding a ground to a level जहाँ पे हम एक day and night ground add कर सकें. Dallas has that facility right now. उन्होंने City Parks Authority लिया. They're using 2 soccer fields. उसके बीच में they have a cement pitch. They're using those lights on those 2 soccer fields, and they're basically playing cricket on those. So मेरा target ये है within the next 2 years. I have been talking to a couple of people in Harris County and different places जहाँ से हम ये approval करा सकें कि we can get a ground जहाँ पे हम pitch बना सकें between again the 2 soccer fields के soccer effect ना हो, but we can still use those lights. Just adding that one day and night ground, I think that's going to help us a lot, especially adding that, again, going back to the spice and the masala it brings to the table, adding another ground with the day and night facility. So that's probably the third one on my list that I'm working on.
Okay. That's good. So, I want to again remind our viewers, if you want to call into the show, studio में call करने का number है 1-855-886-6387 extension 4. Ahmed, this week you're playing against USA Gladiators. Person sitting right next to you. आप league round में एक game उनके साथ खेल चुके हैं. It was a nail biter. Last ball पे वो game end हुआ. You scored 202. Your team scored 202, and these guys chased it on the last ball, the 20th over. It was an exciting match to watch. You playing them against. How do you rate your chances? Tell me something about the matchup and the players involved.
Well, I mean, we're primarily going to have the same team, maybe one guy or add here and there. That's about it. But I mean, what I would say in our team, I think we mentioned about Sushil Bhai and the discipline and all that. You know, I think we lacked that in last game, and that showed. You know, even though we had quick loss of two quick main batsmen, you know, in the order, we still managed to score 2 or 2, you know. But again, we know that they have good batting lineup, and on that ground, score karna 2 or 2 karna itna aasan, and itna mushkil nahi hai. You know, you can chase it easily. Yeah. But I mean, if we are playing on turf, then it could be a different ball game. Because I mean, then you have a turf to play on, and then kis tarah turf react karegi. Not everybody is comfortable playing on that. So I think it still should be a good contest, you know, play against them.
Absolutely. और जैसा कि मैंने आपको पहले बताया कि this coming weekend इंशाल्लाह अगर if the weather cooperates with us, we are looking for an exciting finish to our Houston Premier League 2017, जिसमें Saturday को we have the playoff games between Gladiators, seeded number 1 versus Houston Lions 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 Sparks versus Houston Royals. और उसके बाद Sunday को हमारा पहला eliminator होगा जिसमें the winner of the second game will play the loser of the first game, and then final will be on Sunday afternoon, and everyone who's watching should come out, enjoy the day. We'll have entertainment, music and food at Musa Stadium, so we'll be hoping for good weather and good cricket. So let's go towards a break, and we'll come back and talk more about Houston Premier League.
Chatan Pond, a perfect hangout place for all ages. Come enjoy games like snooker, pool, table tennis, and other indoor games. Chatan Pond serves a wide variety of delicious and fresh snacks made at all times. And while you're there, don't forget to have the best sweet pond in town. Come visit with your friends, located at 6121 Hilltop. For more information, please call 713-774-0274 or visit Chatan Pond.
Hello, my name is Dino Marcasio, and I'm the president of Texas Tax Group. I'm an auditor for the Texas Comptroller's Office. I spent 15 years there, as well as some time with Ernst & Young in their state tax department. About 10 years ago, beginning of 2007, I believed that Texas businesses needed a firm that specialized in Texas taxes. So if you're under a state tax audit or interested in learning how Texas taxes may apply to your business, please give us a call for a free consultation or visit our website. We thank you.
Creative Smiles and Kids Own Dental, creating beautiful smiles for kids and adults cradle through college and beyond. We offer free services for all in the family. Our doctors are pals with the kids, and the staff is well trained to handle kids in a gentle and friendly manner. Now serving the community at Katy, Missouri City, Richmond, and Houston with our 5 well-equipped locations. Creative Smiles and Kids Own Dental. For appointments, call 281-499-3275. Visit us at kidzonedental.com or HoustonCreativeSmiles.com.
Iced and frosted. specializing in wedding cakes, birthday cakes, and other custom treats. We have a variety of delicious custom-made flavors. Beautiful cakes that taste amazing too. Make your next event memorable. Let us help you design your dream cake. Call Saloni Salvi for a consultation today at 361-522-1749. Mention Houston Premier League and receive a 10% discount on your next purchase.
Chat and Pan, a perfect hangout place for all ages. Come and enjoy games like snooker, pool, table tennis and other indoor games.
जो इस वक्त खेलेंगी इस वीक के प्लेऑफ्स में हमारे स्टूडियो में एक नए गेस्ट आए हैं रहीम ही प्लेड फ्रॉम ह्यूस्टन ईगल्स अनफॉर्चुनेटली हिज टीम डिडंट मेक इट बट दे प्लेड विद अ लॉट ऑफ हार्ट और एक मैच आप जीते भी हैं बड़ी अच्छी टीम से जीते हैं इवन दो यूर टाइड ऑन पॉइंट्स बट रन रेट में तो आप थोड़े पीछे थे तो I asked Kamran last week, this was your first entry in Houston Premier League. What was your main objective? और उनका कहना था कि we wanted to give our youngsters a chance and play together. So, what is your take on that, Houston Eagles? And how was your experience?
Experience has been phenomenal. Obviously, the kind of cricket that we play in HCL, uske muqable mein it was a step up. Obviously, playing against players like Sean Finlay and Naveen Stewart and Sunny Sohal and all these international players, Rusty Theran and players who have played for US national team. And against Khilna was a different experience. First week, yes, we did not have our best team in. The outside players that we were expecting to come in couldn't make it. So first week wasn't that good. Second week, we had that strength of additional player. Fahad Babar. I'm sorry.
Fahad Mustafa is the actor for
he's the actor. So Fahad Babar played for us. We had a very good game against Houston Royals. Very strong Houston Royals. जिसमें Rusty Theran was playing, Naveen Stewart was playing, Jiskar Malhotra was playing, and to win against that kind of team was a big boost for our team. Chasing 199 runs in 19 overs.
And you played really good in that game too.
I tried to, yes, but it was mainly Fahad. He scored around 75 runs of 35 balls, which was a game changer.
So don't sell yourself short. You did really good. और show से पहले आपने कहा था कि fix कर दें scoring मेरी wicket.
तो चले, now that you're talking about it, तो मैं इसको official कर देता हूँ कि among all the HCL players, I am only after Sushil in the ranking of both batsmen and MVP.
Sadesh, after all, after Sadesh. Sushil and Sadesh and then.
Chale, let's take a caller. We have a live caller. Caller, you're on the air.
Hi guys, this is Varun.
Hi Varun.
Hey, first of all, I would like to congratulate the entire HPL team for organizing such a great event in Houston.
Thank you so much.
And I have two questions for you.
Ji, go ahead.
Okay, do you guys have any plans to organize such kind of events to kids who are like college-going kids? Because most of the players who are playing in HPL have some background of playing cricket back home. But do you have any plans to organize games for the kids who are born here so that they can have more, insight into playing cricket? That is first.
Okay, go ahead with your second question.
One
Yeah.
The second one is, do you have any plans of expanding HPL beyond Houston? I mean, organizing your games in different parts of Texas.
Okay. Thank you for calling. We'll answer. So I'll ask Majid first. So पहला question ये था कि इस तरह का tournament क्या college, मेरे ख्याल से उनका question ये था, not college but kids who are born here.
Sure.
Can we have a tournament of this stature for those kids? Like वो कहाँ जाए, right? And it's a valid question if you see, because if you look around all the teams that are playing in HPL, it's not represented, none of the youths are represented, even though we have so many academies. But when you go for these money tournaments, nobody even thinks for a second, let's get a youngster from an academy, because they all want to make a strong team. So maybe we should have another avenue or a platform where we can expose and give more exposure to these youngsters. So what are your thoughts about that?
I think that's a good idea. College ka jahan tak hai, we already have something that's running in the US, American college cricket, which is already running pretty much in every city, every state, jahan pe colleges are competing against each other. It's called American college cricket, and Lloyd is the person who's behind this. He's running the whole thing. Jahan tak yahan ke born bachon ka hai involvement, I agree. We need to be more proactive. Uske liye I think हमने academies वगैरह बनाई हैं, वो है. उसके अलावा you're right, to a point, unless we get these kids involved, ये involved नहीं होंगे जो especially यहाँ के born kids हैं, to get them interested in cricket. तो उसके लिए जैसे एक दफ़ा हमने पहले discussion करी थी कि if you have a team उसमें 11 players हैं, you can have 10 regular players and then one player could be a youth player जिसको opportunity मिली जाए जो आके वो खेल रहा है team में. So I think it's out there, it just has to be implemented. एक दफ़ा हो जाएगा.
As far as the second question goes, and thank you for calling, Varun. It is a great effort in terms of Houston Premier League को अगर हम expand करें, even though Dallas में Dallas Premier League होती है, it's one of the other major metropolitan cities, but if we can have like a Texas Premier League जहाँ पे maybe we can have in Dallas, San Antonio potentially, and maybe other cities and states, but we always believe, I personally always believe as part of Punch in organic growth. You always start something slow, make it strong, make the base strong, make the foundation strong, and then you can take the formula and make it as a cookie cutter or boilerplate that you can take it and just implement it. So yes, inshallah, hopefully our plans maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, if we get all the support and if we get support and collaboration from other cities and their respective leagues, we would like to do that and expand it and make it a bigger effort and a bigger event. So Rahim, coming back to you, you played with the names you mentioned against them and with Fahad, Babar, Rusty,
Right.
and all that. So how was the experience overall? Because you play for Houston Eagles and they don't play in Division 1, so the competition that you usually play is much lesser in terms of the skills, but now all of a sudden you are playing Houston Premier League. So kaisa experience rather your personal
Well, just to correct, last year we did play in Division 1, T20 mein we are in Division 1, T40, F40 mein we are in Division 2. But yeah, coming back to the standard of cricket, again, it was a big jump from, what the kind of cricket we play in HCL. Again, these are international players. Jesse Turan, he's played for South Africa, he's played for international cricket, 7-8 matches khela hua hai. Sean Finlay, he has played for West Indies. So, players who have played at international level, unka ek different level hota hai. So, unke against khelna, you get to learn a lot. You get to see how they warm up for the game, kya unka, what kind of exercise they go through. And, I mean, I'm sure for all the HCL players who have played in HPL, sabke liye bahut acha learning experience raha hai. And, I'm sure that will help lift the quality of cricket in
I think
HCL.
Rahim ने बहुत लंबे छक्के मारे थे, मैंने देखा था.
Yeah, I saw
David
that.
Stewart को गेम जिताई थी.
Finley को मारा छक्का.
Division 1, Division 2 फर्क नहीं पड़ता. बहुत लंबे
शॉन
छक्के.
फिनले को मैंने छक्का मारा था, उसके बाद अगली 4 बॉलें जो उसने की है, 2 मुझको नजर आई थी, 2 यहाँ से गुजरी थी.
छक्का तो मार दिया ना.
छक्का मार दिया था. मैं दोस्तों को ये बताता हूँ कि मैंने रसी तुरान को चौके मार दिए, शॉन फिनले को छक्का मार दिया, मेरा करियर पूरा हो गया.
and those are, you know, what are good friends for.
Yeah.
वो क्या है, किसी को भी आप मारे तो भी कहीं छक्का मारे तो कहेंगे बहुत अच्छी बात है. But
मुझे सभी मार देते वैसे.
right. So I mean, I guess it's a common consensus here in the studio that HPL is a very a better tournament, a more exciting event. So everybody is following HPL, right? Everybody knows what's going on. किस team से कौन. So let's see. Let me start with Bud. Bud, you've been following HPL, right? Who has the highest strike rate right now in HPL? Because everyone is following so closely. Let's quiz you guys कि भाई कौन कितना है. इस वक्त सबसे ज़्यादा strike rate highest किसे? But आप बताएं. And he's kind of misguiding you, perhaps. I don't know, but I'm asking you. Highest strike rate.
Knowing but साहब उन्होंने अपना ही नाम लेना है.
एक player का 201 strike rate है, किसका है?
Maybe Jaskaran.
Jaskaran, good answer. I'll come back to that. Highest average किसकी है? 103 है. किसकी?
Jaskaran की.
Jaskaran की. आपसे पूछता हूँ, highest number of catches 5 है इस वक्त, किस player के हैं?
That would be tough.
We are all in HPL, right? We all follow it, even though.
Including wicket keepers or just the fielders?
5 catches.
5 catches.
Yes.
I don't know.
Catches are catches.
But sab right here.
But sab, good answer. Best economy rate किसकी है?
Bowling मेरी तो नहीं है.
We all know that.
Best economy rate उसकी है. सुशील की.
5.42. Best economy rate किसकी है?
Keyur Patel.
Keyur Patel. Best economy rate.
I think Ahmed Fazal की है.
अच्छा. Best average किसकी है? 103.
बैटिंग में?
हाँ.
जसकरण की.
मैं अपना नाम नहीं लेना चाह रहा था.
मैं बट साहब देने वाला था, फिर मैंने कहा यार कैसे.
I mean, I asked everyone और मुझे निहायत अफसोस के साथ कहना पड़ा कि एक भी सवाल का जवाब.
आपने मेरे को पूछा नहीं क्योंकि मेरे को पता है किसका है.
एक भी सवाल का जवाब. I asked you कि किसकी.
नहीं, average.
भाई, I'm gonna distribute.
Okay.
Right? I'm not gonna ask you where do you live. I'm gonna ask you where I live, right? Because you already know where you live, right?
ये पढ़ के भी आया था ना कैसे. हमने तैयारी नहीं करी थी ये.
So best strike rate 201 is Siddesh.
Oh, nice, Sudesh.
मैं तो मैं बोल रहा.
Best
मैंने कहा था.
वैसे
103. I mean, it's you know 103 is Siddesh. It's because he goes at number 6.
मैं not out.
He does not get out.
Out
ही नहीं हुआ, एक ही बार आपके सामने out हुआ.
ये जब जाता है तो 2 रहते हैं, तो not out ही
ऐसा
आएगा.
मैं आपको सही गाइड कर रहा था ये.
और सुदेश ने पहली बॉल पे विकेट भी लिया.
Best catches जो है highest number of catches 5 हैं. I think
वो भी सिद्धेश की.
नहीं.
Waleed and Petson are tied. If I'm dismissals 5 Petson के हैं, but catches 5 Waleed के हैं.
Okay.
Our best economy rate is actually a person, and you didn't know the answer, but he plays for your team. It's Jawad Khalid, 5.42. तो बहुत अफसोस हुआ.
Sorry Jawad. Sorry.
It was just a quiz कि देखें कि भाई आप कितना HPL को follow कर रहे हैं, and you guys are following.
मुझे लगता है माजिद ने strategically जवाद का नाम नहीं लिया है यहाँ
The
पर.
thing is that we're playing, so we're focusing on the game,
Yeah,
on the
but
sport part.
don't you guys go and see कि भाई क्या हुआ अगले मैचों में?
We just look at the top level.
These are top stats.
I mean,
These are the
just
top
look at the
line
names.
stats. These are top line.
सही
और
बात
मैंने
है,
सीधे से इसलिए पूछा कि ये तो सुबह रात को शाम को जाते हैं. इससे पहले ये
2 टिकट
सुबह उठता है, ये ब्रश करने से पहले चौका देता है. कोई और तो नहीं अगर रात को नाइट क्रिकेट खेल के मुझसे आगे तो
इसको
नहीं
2
बढ़ेगा.
ट्रैफिक टिकट्स मिल चुके हैं, फोन पे होता है.
इसके साथ ये कि रात को चेक करता है कि नाइट क्रिकेट ना हो गई, मैं सो रहा था, कोई आगे निकल गया मुझसे.
Mustafa, one thing I would like to add.
Sure, go ahead.
जितने भी हमारे viewers देख रहे हैं, they should know आज cricket info के ऊपर, ESPN Cricket Info के ऊपर, there's a very good article about
That's a
HCL
good point.
cricket.
Go ahead.
So you know everybody should go on ESPN Cricket Info and check out that article. It's about HCL, how HCL is taking place, who are the main players, and what we all do. Because कहने को it's a small league, Houston में एक league हो रही है, but there are more than 30 teams, there are more than 500 to 600 players involved in HCL. So that articles really summarize what all we do and how we are taking this cricket
Right,
to our next step.
And that's a good point. It basically puts Houston cricket on new horizon, if you will, because कुछ लोगों को शायद पता नहीं जो Houston से बाहर रहते हैं और अमेरिका से maybe बाहर रहते हैं कि Houston में क्या cricket होती है कि नहीं. But that article actually takes it to new heights and it gives a lot of exposure to Houston cricket.
Correct.
Your team is out,
Yeah.
so now you're free to give your predictions. Who do you think is going to win between Lions and US Gladiators?
I believe Lions have got a really good team. If all their players are available and they all play to their strength, Orlando Baker and Preston Matthews, Adil Bhatti. So those are big names. So
Kashif Haroon.
that is, I think they're going to make it to the final. Or Dufra, I think it might probably Gladiators would make it to the final again because of
the format.
The format and how their players know each other and the chemistry they have in their team.
Okay. And then who do you think is going to win the whole HPL 2017 championship?
Well, since I've mentioned 2 finalists, so it would be one of them.
Ah.
So I think I would pick Lions.
Pick Lions. You're playing against Royals this week. You've seen Jaskaran in action. I mean, our first exposure to Jaskaran was that Indo-Pak Cup. कि एक बंदा आया है जसकरन ने कहीं खेला हुआ है, लेकिन क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है, हमारे पास तो आफरीदी है, राइट? कुछ किसी को भी बुला लो. तो वो आया और उसने कोई मेरे ख्याल से 150 और माइंड यू वाज अ T20 गेम, 140 150 मार दिए, किसी को भी नहीं छोड़ा. और उसके बाद
मैंने तो कीपिंग की थी, मैं तो बॉलिंग नहीं की.
तो वो तो एक कैप्टन की स्ट्रेटेजिक मूव थी, राइट? तो आपको अपने स्टैट्स भी तो बचाने थे, राइट? आपको भी बॉलिंग दे दे तो आप भी उस फायर स्क्वाड में होते शायद.
आई थिंक मैंने
और आपने कैच छोड़ा था की.
नहीं, मैंने कोई कैच नहीं छोड़ा सर ने. तो दुश्मनों ने
उन्होंने 150 मार दिए और फिर उस गेम के बाद एटलीस्ट ह्यूस्टन में शायद अफरीदी तो खैर एक फेमस नेम एवरीबॉडी नोज, लेकिन जसकरन वाज फॉर्मली इंट्रोड्यूस्ड टू ह्यूस्टन during that game when you saw. So you're playing against him and he loves playing, he loves batting, he loves taking pictures and which is good, it's sense of pride and accomplishment. But how do you see that matchup coming up against?
I think acha matchup hoga. It's going to be a good competition. We're looking forward. I mean, end of the day, cricket is not a one-man team.
Absolutely.
It's a whole team job. 11 players, 12 players is what you need to win the game. अगर उस गेम में भी he scored 150, they had enough bowling to defend the final score in that game. So our target is to go after the whole team and inshallah try to win the game.
Siddesh, should HPL happen twice a year?
Yes.
Why?
Means I think the exposure level, as Majid mentioned, we should have like it could be like a series. Like if we have rotating and again the same owners come back, it will be a good format. Like we look forward to F40 playoffs, T20 playoffs. That way we look forward to HPL September and early in the year. So, and it's easy for the exposure level of Houston cricket, as Majid mentioned, to have such tournaments twice a year for sure.
Coming kind of related to that point, Raheem, a lot of other teams or players or teams जिनको ऐसे बड़े टूर्नामेंट में खेलने का मौका नहीं मिलता या because they can't afford to put a team or they don't get a chance to play, there's always some kind of resentment from them कि यार where do we play, what is ये लोग तो खेलते हैं अच्छा टूर्नामेंट but we are part of the Houston Cricket League, we are members of Houston Cricket League, हमारे लिए ऐसा एवेन्यू क्यों नहीं है, और अगर हम इसमें नहीं खेल सकते because हम पिक नहीं होते या हम नहीं खेल पाते तो then what's there for us? So what do you think?
Right. See, there are two things. A, जितने भी top players हैं, they did get picked for these teams because this was open selection. Any team can pick any player. So जितने भी HCL के top players, they are playing for one of these 6 teams. Secondly, again HCL it's a decent quality of cricket that we play all year round. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि उनको ये मौका नहीं मिला तो they're not playing any quality cricket. They do play good cricket and we've got a really good system जहाँ पे top 2 teams from Division B and C go to the higher league every year. So they do get to play good cricket. Then again as a team, if you improve, you go to the top, you play against top players. वहाँ perform करके you can play for one of the HPL teams. So even if your team is not in HPL, if you are a good enough player, if people know you, you've performed in HCL, you will get picked for one of the HPL teams.
Right. Ahmed, T20 is becoming an exciting brand of cricket all over the world. Everybody loves watching it. Player loves playing it, and even these private leagues coming in. What do you think, should T20 become, especially in Houston, should that T20 become the most prominent form of cricket, brand of cricket, and we should either slowly try to go away from F40 and bring more T20 in, and then perhaps bring more tournaments in? What do you think?
I mean, if you look at it, not only in Houston, but U.S. market, I think it's a perfect market for T20. I think that format suits the U.S. market here and the players, because you can work all day and then go play for 3 hours, that's your game, and then you're done. So I think the traditional 40-over game should be still there, because that's where you learn your cricket. And then these are the T20 format is more on the fun side, and entertainment side. I think it both should go hand in hand. You have to have 40 just to build that base, and then you have to have T20 as well to have that fun and have that competition and that passion and that masala, like Majid said earlier. That's very important.
What are your thoughts? Just a few seconds. We're about to end.
I think exactly. You need to have T20 to create the excitement. T40 is good. Just going back to the domestic level. Our domestic level, Pakistan, India में खेलते हैं, which is 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, but you still need the T20 to create that excitement. So I personally think it should be there.
It should be there.
And that's where I don't agree with Majid. Because season we only have got 7 T20 games and 14 F40 games. So
there's some off-camera discussion coming up. But again, this was a wonderful show. I want to thank all my guests for coming, taking the time out, and in contributing. It was a fun show. I want to wish you guys good luck for your coming playoff. Again, Houston Premier League is a very sincere effort. Houston Premier League, जैसा मैंने पहले कहा कि पहले 1-2 साल consecutively हुआ, then we went on a 4 to 5 year pause, and then it was revived again. And the only reason why it went on a pause because this is not a one person's job, right? It requires a bunch of people from different quarters coming together and making this a success. This year we have Punch, the organizations backing, जिसमें Munir hai or Ahmed Butt and myself. So we need you guys. If you're a viewer, if you want to come in, participate as a player, as an organizer, if you're a good administrator, even as a sponsor. We try to give a maximum exposure to our sponsors. Come in, join hands. Let's together make this a bigger, better event, and inshallah we can do it, and we will do it. So thank you again, all the guys, and with this we'll join you again next week for another fun, exciting episode. Until then, Khuda Hafiz, Fi Amanullah.